Hey everybody, John here from Catbird Hill. So you probably can figure out what I'm doing. I've got a handful of bundle bags here that I need to fill. And just to give you all an update, as many of you know who do firewood a lot and are way more experienced at it than I am, you never have enough wood, right? How many times have you guys said that? How many times have I heard that? And lo and behold, I'm running out of wood. I'll tell you why. So, in the first 2 months that we had our firewood stand, the self-serve stand, we sold exactly 100 bags in 2 months, 200 bundles. Ordered another set of bags. I'm still definitely going to move in the direction of a plastic bundler. Probably build my own initially. And because as you can see, even though I'm talking, I'm not really concentrating too much here. This is a slow process. But anyhow, we sold those 100 bags and ordered another 100 bags, and we keep selling like crazy. And yesterday, which was Super Bowl Sunday, a neighbor called me up and asked me if he could buy half a cord of just loose firewood. And I didn't even know how much I had here ready to go, how much dry seasoned firewood I had ready to go. I just assumed that I would use up everything I had in bundles to supply the self-serve stand. But I thought, he's a neighbor, I want to help him out. He was having a bunch of people over for a big Super Bowl Sunday kind of outdoor party with a big fire pit. And they've been buying a lot of wood from me through the winter. And I didn't want to say no, so he came over. We did loaded up a half a cord. He took that. Last night, I got a message on a local community chat board that I had used to advertise the bundle sales. I got a message from a lady who wants 20 bundles tomorrow. so I'm here now to fill up 20 bundles, 20 bags. I tried to get her to consider taking it loose, but she's apparently by herself a lot. She doesn't want to deal with loose firewood. She wants to have nice convenient bags to haul it into the house and so forth. So we'll do that. But anyhow, I'm blowing through firewood here like crazy. Much like you guys said you would. Once you build it, they come. So, definitely the wood splitter, the unicorn wood splitter, about which I've done a couple of videos, that is definitely well timed. I just need to get out here and start splitting wood more. I know in terms of available wood for bundles, I know I'm going to run out. I'm pretty generous with my bundles. These bags, I believe, are 1.1 cubic foot bags. And I don't know if you can see here, I've got that pretty chock full. There are a couple of big pieces in there. I try to mix it up. I try to do some thin ones and some fatter ones. Occasionally I'll try to throw in some kindling if I have any. But I'm probably more generous than I should be on these bundles. When people are buying them in quantity, which for me is more than two, we're selling them at $5 a piece, and that's really how they've been selling. We're selling, the smallest quantity we sell are 2 bags, and we typically sell 4 to 6 bags. I'm replacing the wood in the firewood stand at the end of our driveway probably twice a week. I try to keep about a dozen or so bags ready to go close to the house so I can just walk them down and restock from there. But anyhow, I'm blowing through firewood. And I've got tons of trees to cut. I mean, anybody here, in the eastern half of the country, or probably really any part of the country by now, knows what happened to the ash trees, they're all dead. The emerald ash borer got them. I've got about 15 to 20 standing dead ash trees. Some of them maybe 30 inches, 36 inches in diameter at the base that are ready to come down. I'm going to harvest the butt end of the tree for, saw logs for the sawmill. But when I get the sawmill, that's another story. But there's a lot of good firewood, on my property here, and I just have to start taking it down, cutting it, splitting it, and stacking. I know that's the theme song of anybody who does firewood. Drop a tree, buck it up, split it, and stack it, and just keep doing that and doing that. I actually was very lucky. About a week ago, I happened to drive past a business, commercial business, just a few miles from our house, and I happened to drive past the rear of the building, and I noticed out near their trash area they had some really interesting pallets or skids. I don't know what you would call them, but they were probably, I'd say maybe 15, 16 feet long and different widths. And I don't know what was on them, but I looked at them and I thought, man, that'd be a great base for firewood storage. I've got, area here on the property where I can store more wood and for drying on the western edge of the property in full sun. It's mid-afternoon right now, so this is kind of the best place, I think, to dry firewood. So I went in, asked the people in the business if they minded if I took them, if they had anybody who was, they were saving them for. They said, whatever you see out there, take it. So I got a couple of really nice storage skids, which I'll try to show in another video, or maybe I'll tack it on the end of this video. But they're one of the ones I have is exactly, I think it's 36 inches wide or 34 inches wide, so it's perfect for 2 rows of firewood. So I'm going to start doing some open storage, maybe with a metal cover, like some old roofing material, just so that I can start getting more freshly cut stuff dried faster. I had no idea that this was going to take off. I would have been happy, honestly, if we had sold maybe 25 or 30 bags of firewood in our first season of doing this. But, I've done virtually no advertising. Like I said, I did a post on a local community, like neighborhood chat board, and, I've gotten a little bit of business from that, but honestly, I think most of our business is just people driving by, and I know I won't have enough wood necessarily to do probably wood through the summer. I just don't think I'm going to have enough dried and seasoned firewood to go through the summer season. But everybody I speak to tells me that they would definitely buy this firewood year-round. Where we are located in southeastern Pennsylvania, we're very close to the Chesapeake Bay, and a lot of people have weekend campsites, cabins, and so forth on the bay and some of the rivers around the bay, and they go down weekly or a couple times a month, and they're looking for campfire wood. So I have a feeling that I'm still going to be selling this stuff, or there'll be a need for this stuff during the summer. But anyhow, I'm going to keep stacking. I should say I'm going to keep bagging. I'm de-stacking here. I'm going to keep bagging, and stay tuned, and we'll be loading up the Kubota L2501 with all these bags. Okay, we're all loaded up, ready to go. Got the big tool rack here, filled with bags. L2501 humming away. And we've got our bucket filled up as well. In case you can't tell, it snowed. We got a few inches of snow here on Saturday night. You can see the shadows are getting long. If you can see my shadow moving around here, it's about 4 o'clock or so in the afternoon. Really nice time of the day on the west side of the property. So let's take this load back to the truck. beautiful day. All right, I loaded up the all the stuff that was in the big tool rack. I think I had 12 bags in there, and we should have eight here. I guess I parked a little too close. So you can see why I was rushing to get this done. When I started the video back by the Firewood pavilion there, nice sunshine, but even though it's staying lighter a little bit longer, the days are still kind of short, and we're starting to lose daylight. Well, there we go. By the way, these gloves, I think I got these from Harbor Freight. They're insulated, supposed to be winter work gloves. They have a 3M, I don't know if you can see that or not, a 3M Thinsulate lining. These are probably some of the least expensive work gloves I've ever purchased. I think they were, I don't know, they were under $10. And man, I love them. They have a little bit of like a terry cloth, thumb cover there to, wipe your eye or whatever. But I think I did a whole video a while back on work gloves, and I've probably been more impressed with these than just about any pair I've ever had. Like I said, it's been really cold today, and my hands have been nice and toasty. Anyhow, for what it's worth, that's my my plug on the Harbor Freight work gloves, the winter work gloves. So there we've got our 20 bags loaded. And, just to, I turned the camera off back there. The battery really goes quickly when it's cold like this, so I didn't want to run it down. But the whole loading of these bags, that 20 bags, I timed myself. It took me about 40 minutes to load them and then, tie up the tops, put them in the Kubota, and bring them up here to the truck. Not too bad. I mean, I know that's probably like terribly inefficient for a lot of you pros, but for me, I'm actually pretty proud of that. Here's the thing I was telling you guys about. This is the free skid mega pallet that I got. It's, like I said, I think it's about 34 inches wide, somewhere around there. I mean, enough so that you could easily get, if you're cutting 16-inch logs, you could easily get 2. And this thing has got to be, let me measure it out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this thing's probably about almost 15 feet long. And it's great. I mean, it's heavy. I'll use the tractor to bring it back and put it where I want to. But I think this is a great firewood storage base. I'll put a couple pallets on the end to kind of lock the ends in so I can make the stacking go easier. But the place where I got this, they had a couple of others. I'm definitely going to go back this week and check and see if they still have a few. I'll get a couple more because, as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm running out of room. Well, I'm actually running out of firewood. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see that up there or not. Let's see. It's kind of hard to tell. There it is. I think it's there. Looks like we're going to have a full moon tonight. That should be fun, especially when there's some snow on the ground. A full moon in the nighttime with snow really makes everything look kind of cool outside. So anyhow, just that's the update, the latest on firewood sales. And like I said, things are going a whole lot better and faster than I thought they ever would. You guys who know what you're doing, I'm just a hack at this. You guys who know what you're doing, you are so right. You know, Chris in the Woodyard, from Chris from In the Woodyard, Brad from Firewood at the Furnace, Brad from Nelson Ridge Farm, Dan from Back 40 Firewood. Those guys, you know, you do this all the time, way more than I do. You are absolutely right. You never have enough wood. So I'm learning. Anyhow, thanks a lot for watching this video. We'll definitely be doing some more splitting videos. Obviously, I've got to split a lot more wood to keep up with the demand here. And we've got some other interesting videos coming up on, we need to get some of these logs that you see laying on the property. I got to get these logs milled up, so we're going to start to do some milling videos pretty soon. But if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon to give the get the notifications when we do upload new videos. Please give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. And until next time, John here from Catbird Hill. Take care.